Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Another video here from Happy Monday. So today we're going to be reviewing the free VR updates, modes, whatever you want to call them, for Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. So these just came out a while ago, like an hour, almost 2 hours ago. But I just wanted to like play through both games and also ask other people what they think of the modes. So I have a varied opinion on the VR modes for them, and I'm just gonna say the Mario Odyssey mode is better. That might be like a surprise to some people because Breath of the Wild is like, well, you can play the whole game, but Mario Odyssey is like you get like extra mini games. But there's actually a lot to do in this mini games that are with VR for Mario Odyssey. So I'm gonna be talking about Breath of the Wild first because I know most people want to hear why it's not as good as Mario Odyssey, but so of course Breath of the Wild is 30 FPS and it's still 30 FPS in VR obviously, and it's not as much as a problem as I thought because most VR, like this minimum would be 60 FPS, which is what all the other games for Labo VR are. But Breath of the Wild VR is 30 FPS, and it's not too bad. Some parts, like the forest and like any other parts that are like big open areas where it might drop a few frames, you might get motion sick if you do have motion sickness while playing VR. Some people might just get motion sick because of the 30 FPS. I didn't personally, but I'm not really prone to motion sickness. But you can play everything in VR. The menus are in VR, the home screen is in VR, the bosses, the cutscenes are all in VR. You can do everything in VR in the game. But there isn't really, like, if you've already finished the game in the regular mode, like you finish Breath of the Wild, I don't think VR is gonna do much for you because the head tracking isn't, it's not like they put a lot of effort into the VR mode for Breath of the Wild, and it's not really a good VR mode. You might get like an hour or two out of playing VR until you like just stop, because if you've already finished the game, then there's not really much extra to do in VR. It's basically just the same game, just from a different perspective, and it's not really a good perspective either. So I wouldn't say buy Labo VR just for Breath of the Wild. It is definitely worth it with the Blaster game and all the other stuff. You can check my review on Labo VR. But it's not really worth getting the Labo VR stuff just to play Breath of the Wild because it's not really, like, you won't get much out of it. Maybe like if you've already finished the game, you might get like 10 minutes. If you've never played Breath of the Wild, then I think getting the VR headset to go along with it would be a good idea, because then you can experience it for the first time from the VR perspective of VR, and that's like a cool thing to have. So moving on to Mario Odyssey and why it's better. So going back to the Breath of the Wild, the resolution is a bit low. You can see the pixels, but in Mario Odyssey, you can still see the pixels, but it's at 60 FPS, so you won't get motion sick. And it looks good. Like, the resolution, it's the same as the regular Labo minigames, and those are simplified, and Mario Odyssey is like just Mario Odyssey, the full game. Well, with the mini games, of course. and it does look really good in VR. And the head tracking is much better than Breath of the Wild's, because I think all they did for Breath of the Wild is just added motion controls to the regular game, not like made it complete head tracking. But Mario Odyssey has a lot more effort put into the VR mode. I can tell that they've added all the extra mini games, and like there's a quest where you go to find musicians, whatever that's all about. But that's really good mode. So it does look good, 60 FPS, that's nice. The head tracking is really good. The mini games, so I've played quite a bit of the Mario Odyssey games that you can play. You can go to 3 kingdoms, and then there's a bonus one after that. I haven't got up to that yet, so I don't know what that is. You can find out for yourself if you have the Labo VR and Mario Odyssey. So you don't actually, so you can see in the trailer now that's playing in the background, you don't actually look behind Mario like you do in the regular modes. You look from a fixed camera, well, a fixed camera position, and then you look around and you control Mario in like an open space, and then you collect items and coins and like meet new musicians and collect everything and stuff like that. And it is really fun in VR. I think because it is like a separate thing to the actual game. I think this is a longer lasting experience than the Breath of the Wild in VR. So that's good. Is it worth getting Labo VR for Mario Odyssey in VR? I think if you get the start, because you can get the starter kit, and then play Mario Odyssey. I think it's worth it getting Labo VR if you have Mario Odyssey, definitely, because Mario Odyssey is really fun in VR. I think they did a great job putting that in VR. Legend of Zelda, please fix the camera, because it's not good. Definitely not good.
Here we go.
So why is Mario Odyssey better? I think you guys know. 60 FPS definitely makes a little bit of a difference, not too much, but it doesn't drop like Breath of the Wild in some places. Mario Odyssey is just stable 60, and you can do a lot, like you can just walk right off the camera, and then like, yeah, that's good, and just jump off. So that's super fun, and I think that's all for the review. So if you want Breath of the Wild in VR, it's not ready quite yet. If they do update it to fix the head tracking, because it's not great, you can see in the trailer, it's kind of like you're using the control stick, but it's just adapted to the motion controls on the Switch, while Mario Odyssey is basically the same as the other VR mini games in the VR Plaza and stuff like that in Labo VR. So yeah, that's all for the review of Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild in VR. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this review, then make sure you go and subscribe and like and everything. Bye.